Hey. Hi, guys. Is it working? Is it? Please tell me it's working. Because I'm really hoping it's working. Okay. It seems to be working. And let's jump this over. There we go. I got near the work, I think. Okay, so I'm also moving the hell away from using the mouse. I'm gonna move the mouse away. So I'm relearning all the controls as we speak. I don't know how to aim. Give me a second, sure. That's a problem for me. What the hell is this game? This is that robot upskirt game I was talking about earlier. It's Nier Automata. It's actually a lot of fun. Not to let the constant gratuitous upskirt shots get to you. Ow. If only I remembered how to play it though. Speed up. There we go. No, it is. I've had so many problems trying to stream this game. It's unbelievable. I have to run this game in window borderless mode and then hope it doesn't crash, because if I have to tab out of it, it'll just fall apart. Just wholeheartedly fall apart. Nope. And I can't get rid of the mouse either, so that's, like I said, it's ported very awkwardly. I'll just stay back. I also made a few horrible mistakes, so I need to fix this. This is from earlier when I was showing off her ability to explode, and then you just end up in her underwear, I guess, when she self-destructs, and then I haven't reverted everything back since then. So I gotta give her weapons back. That'll be fine. Combat bracers. I don't want to use combat bracers. So yeah, so I'm relearning. Why are the robots fighting back? Well, I think you would as well, if you had to fight anyone at any time. But who am I to say why they're fighting back? Honestly. Why can't I equip? Guess I can't equip them yet. Skills. There we go. There we go. Proper Dark Souls moments. Now to remember what the hell I'm doing. Literally, I don't remember what I was doing here. I should also save before I get too far, so I don't have to redo this later. Like I said, bear with me, because all the controls brand new. I'm using a controller instead of a mouse. Like, it's giving me weird shit. But yeah, welcome back. Come on. This is the other game that I bought recently, I guess? But, yeah, no, I haven't had too much of a chance to play it, because I've been focusing on playing Far Cry. See if I can get used to the controls and get further through it. So what are you guys doing this fine evening? I heard that was really good. What made me buy it at that? I was just told it's a really fun game to play, and I'm actually having a lot of fun playing it. It's just there's a lot of problems with it earlier, and I got bored.
Let my guard down.
Yeah, she let her guard down. You don't like it? You think I should play something else? Suggest something else. I'll put out some things. See what else I can buy. Oh, that was a way to push a button. I shouldn't go to that area. That might not be the area I'm meant to be in just yet. Yeah, you were saying God of War just... That God of War already came out. Okay, so God of War isn't out yet. I'll take a look. I'll see what it costs. See if I can request a copy. It's probably the thing I'll do after I stop streaming. So I can. I don't like how the shooting button is right next to the dodge button, and I gotta hold the shooting button. But we'll see. Everything's not off in that direction, isn't it? So does anyone know the storyline for God of War? What is the new title for the new God of War? Is it just God of War because it's a reboot? Which Automata film? I didn't know there was one. Actually, you have access to Google right now more so than I do. Let me know. But I think Nier has been, Nier was the first game. This is Nier Automata, the second game. Don't know anything about it except for the fact that it got good reviews from the people I listen to about game reviews. Okay, so is the new God of War a reboot? Or is it... Is it a new game altogether? I should find out about this God of War thing. Okay, let's go back to that other area. See if we can not screw up. Not die easily. But this like all Japanese games, of course, has a level up system and experience system, and there's probably lots of grinding. Siggy wants. Siggy's not around, so she's not down here to just come down and talk to me. She's in Toronto. So she can't really talk to me, but I guess she's saying that my phone's going straight to voicemail, which is kind of a problem. But I guess they'll go for the hour, and then I'll call her and maybe come back afterwards and do something else. Well, because I remember seeing the trailer for it at E something, E4, E5, E6, E3, and I didn't seem impressed because it seemed like a reskinned, what do you call it? A reskinned Skyrim, which was going to be enticing for me because I still want to stream Skyrim thoroughly through. And from what I heard, the modders did fantastic job. Did a really fantastic job reskinning that game. So I still want to do my Skyrim feminist run through. I don't know if anyone actually gives a shit to watch that, but I kind of want to upload it somewhere that's probably not going to be YouTube. I already got all the nude mods installed and everything. What's this? Well, I can't open it? Why can't I open it? Rocks. No, I heard. I really do want to get it though. I want to see if it stands up to scrutiny. Forgot the dodge button again. They're already level 10. Okay, so basically what you keep telling me about it being the highest game and the fact that you keep mentioning is you want me to play it. You want me to get it and play it. Is that it? Instead of doing my Skyrim feminist run with nude mods, you want me to play God of War. Which is also partially guaranteed to have nudity in it. Wait, what? Biggest problem is I don't really know where I'm going here. Oh, thank you. That's nice. But hopefully not whatever. If the game really sucks and I'm the only one enjoying it, do let me know. go back in this tunnel. I feel like I didn't explore the other 3 areas. Okay, so I went that way first. Let's go this way. No, no, no! The objective, I guess you didn't watch the game from the beginning. So far I got sent back to Earth after my most recent self-destruct to find something. I'm supposed to be finding something, like a small, I actually don't remember. I'm supposed to be helping the survivors on Earth achieve their goal because they're human and I'm not. I actually don't know. I've been talking through a lot of those games, and I kind of haven't been paying attention to what the storyline's been telling me to do. Okay, so those 2 places are the same place. We really gotta get used to playing a lot of these Japanese games with one hand on the dodge button. Shit, it's also been like 3 weeks since I played this game, so I completely forget what the mission was. Right now, I'm reaching that red marker. The game started with me destroying a giant excavator of some sorts that actually kicked my ass really bad, and then 4 more of them showed up. So I self-destructed with my friend here. S9, I'm 2B, and then we woke up back in the station after we got rebuilt. And then they sent us to the city. Or the city landscape, or whatever the metropolitan... Wait, did I go the wrong way? God damn it. Look, I'm saying I heard a lot of good reviews about it. This is why I'm playing it. But I will judge this on my own. If I get, like, a bunch more into this game and it's just trash, then I will absolutely eat my words and be very upset about the fact that about this game actually being good. Like I said, I'll eat my goddamn words. I have no problem. I have some shame, but not a lot. And if I subjected you guys to watching me play this game with constantly gratuitous upsprint shots, then I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me. It isn't, is it? I'm hoping there's more. I'm really hoping there's more. Like, right now, I haven't been impressed by the atmosphere at all. It's all been brown sand. And earlier, there was a little bit of color with some more buildings, and all the buildings look the same. So, considering this was a AAA release, I am not yet convinced that this game is good. I just heard really good things about it, and a lot of people said that this is one of those games that deserved a better chance and didn't get a lot of streaming done on it because of its horrible port quality. time to heal up because not pause, not pause. Heal menu. And there was earlier a auto use function to these things, but I think I had to pay for it once I self-destructed. The game started pretty cool with a lot of different variations of play schemes. But like, no idea what's going on. Dodge. Like, I'm really hoping this game picks up. This is why I kind of gave up and went and said, fuck it, I'll go play, what's the game called? Far Cry 5. I said I'll go play Far Cry 5. Previous body has become your ally, so that's one of my previous bodies, which is actually kind of creepy. I did not know I could do that. All right, on we go, I think. Huh. Who knew? Now, I just gotta figure out a way to get out of here and get to the next area. Which seems to be a bit more of a problem than I remember it being the first time I got to the next area. Where's my my body that was an ally? What happened to that? Have the even more naked me. Oops. obtained. Broken key obtained. Okay, well, why do I need a broken key? Come on, guys. I've done this already. Is there an up area I can go to? Already in. No, how am I supposed to do with that? There's clearly... Okay, well, now I'm just gonna have to go around. Hey, A-Block, how's it going? I think I'm lost. I think I'm thoroughly lost. I hate this. And as always, I have no idea what I can and can't climb. You are still muted, aren't you? Alright, we'll have to get someone in here. I can't tap out of this game. This game is a bit on the retarded side. Tag Ezekiel or somebody. I know Ezekiel's hanging out in the chat. I literally see him. Nope, I'm going back the same way I came. Last time I did this, I just walked right to the next area I was supposed to be in. Just walked to it without a single problem. Now I'm just lost. There it is, I followed the pipe. This is just gonna lead me back to where I came from. This doesn't look like that same area. Good, I'm in a new area. Next time I'll just remember to follow the pipe all the way. Yeah, the what's it called? The color scheme of this game, color palette, did not change for the better. It's now all yellow brown.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. I can hear you now. Did Ezekiel on
Can?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, no, he did, I guess. What's up?
Not much.
What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Figuring out what game I'm gonna play.
Oh. What game are you playing?
What's that?
Analysis. It is the ruin
Game
of a
of
former
life.
human residential area. Large numbers of humans resided in such concrete and metal shelters. The
I don't
structures
even
were
know.
referred to by names
I don't
such
know what
as
goes on this
apartment
house.
complex.
Only here for this week. So.
Report.
No.
Mail
Is
notification
that your kid?
received from access point.
Maybe not.
Second guessing it?
Wanna second guess it? But
How's school going?
schools, I don't really know how to put it. It's
Well, I guess not putting it at all is the best way.
not a way to put it. I just couldn't get it out. The football team today, and I was pretty pissed. I don't know how that happened, but I got kicked off for who knows God's reason. I kind of go to the practice, right? Because we had conditioning today, so I'm going, and and we're all working out. Next thing you know, coach comes in. Oh yeah, Sean, you gotta leave. I said, what? I don't have to tell you that. You're just not on the team no more.
I've had a similar conversation with some people. I showed up to gym class one day. My gym teacher was like, "What the fuck are you doing here? Go to the guidance counselor's office." I go to the guidance counselor's office. The guidance counselor is like, "Just leave the school and never come back, please. Just leave the school and never come back." So I left that school and I never came back.
That is some sap
Target confirmed.
booty hole.
Let's get him.
All right, I'm about to get on Borderlands. That's the game for tonight.
So there you go. I finally mastered the ability to dodge. Oh, that just
What, in the game?
Yeah, you see the game I'm playing?
It's like a weeaboo game.
It's kind of like a Weeaboo game, yeah.
It's
I
a
just-
weeaboo game.
I just finished what's it called? Far Cry 5. And nobody came to play with me. And I think I picked a bad ending.
What ending was it? Did you it,
Did I?
Oh yeah, you did. Alright, I could see it.
Yeah, everything blew up. And then everyone died.
Ah, dang, your last one was 200 hours.
Yeah, I went
Skip
for
to
a
the
while.
end.
And then it got blocked. It goddamn got blocked. It got copyright stricken, and it got blocked in Canada, apparently. So no one in Canada is allowed to watch my video. Ooh. I gotta get back that auto restoration chip. What, you don't like Robot Butt? What are you listening to?
Even you talk and rant for at least an hour.
No, there's only about half an hour of me ranting about politics and the current state of events. And I think I seem to see a pattern. Like almost every time I go on one of my political rants, my videos get blocked somewhere.
Donald Trump's watching.
I'm not American.
Doesn't matter.
Why would Trump care about what I have to say?
Because you're stating facts.
Well, Donald Trump likes my facts. I made a lot of pro-Trump facts earlier on. Not because I like him, but because he was the best choice. How long is it going to take me? Okay.
Oh my god.
What is he doing? What is this?
How do people do that?
Do what?
It's for Fortnite. I don't know how people really do that.
But have you tried playing Fortnite?
But it lags out.
It does lag out. Lags out pretty bad. It's a bit of an issue. Especially when I'm streaming. If I'm not streaming, that's alright. Just like most games though, when I'm streaming, it like... I don't know, I feel like it's half speed sometimes. Maybe like a third of the... only 2/3 of the speed. Like every time I stop streaming Far Cry, everything's so much faster.
Yeah, it doesn't even load on my computer. It'll like load up and then it'll just glitch.
God, she keeps tripping and slowing down.
Bodies.
Hypothesis. They were killed by local machine life forms.
Life of having a
What
bad
are they
computer.
doing here?
Unknown.
It's like they were gathered here.
Well, lots of half-naked robots lying around here, so that's... Wait, am I collecting them now? Alright, whatever. First I brought one back to life to fight alongside me.
There it goes!
And now I'm just collecting them for health. Also, I discovered something interesting while playing Far Cry 5. It's another one of those cases where I'm literally playing a mass murderer. Just
Multiple
running
machines
around,
detected ahead.
just killing everything.
What's
and
with
everyone.
these android bodies?
Open world mass murdering.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Does it give you the death toll anymore? It used to give you the death toll of like how many people you killed throughout the game. Like GTA does that.
Oh yeah, GTA does that. Do that.
Uh-oh.
What is this?
Don't listen to them, 2B.
Are those two humping? Look at them. Look at them. They're just banging it out.
I want to see.
Have any feelings. They're
Damn,
just
I sound like a
imitating
horny little
human
kid. I
speech.
should not say
Let's
that.
take
I think that one's definitely trying to hump the ground or something. Oh, what's
Oh,
Uh-oh. Shit.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, damn it. Okay. I want my chip back. That automatically restores my health. Please and thank you. Next time I go back up to the station, I'm going back.
Is this game fun?
Yes. I'm having fun
You don't.
playing it.
No. Having fun.
And fire.
Does it take a lot for you to have fun?
Sometimes. Like
This
that.
game?
The majority of the games I've played a lot of.
This cannot continue. This cannot continue.
It's like this all the time, that's what you're saying?
I play games all the time, yes. That's...
This cannot continue.
So you play weeaboo games all the time, right?
No, but I do have some weird games. I've played all kinds of different stuff. There we go, boss fight.
There goes me, I popped up. Playing Borderlands 2.
Was that other one in the background doing jumping jacks? This is one of those Kojima games where shit doesn't make any real sense. And it is kind of weeaboo-y, but it's also a little bit different than what I'm normally playing. Like, I can only run around with a gun for so long, mass murdering people. You know what I mean? That's kind of why I had to take a break from, what's that game called?
Android?
Borderlands
No,
2?
this-
But, like, Borderlands 3 will come out, and I'll be
This is a
back
machine.
in Borderlands 3 in full force. There we go. Sephiroth
I'm not gonna be able to
2.0.
run Borderlands 3.
Why?
You see? It's just some cut.
Do I have to fight him? I don't think I have to fight him. I can't talk to him. No, is this one of those situations? I guess I'm forced to make the first move. Oh, he leveled up while I was beating his ass.
Droids, why?
Fighting against a naked dude? Are you serious?
I guess so. I don't know what's happening.
They're
He
working.
sure as hell is leveling up though, so that's not a good sign for me.
Sword.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Projectile.
It's always naked dude, isn't it?
I think he's evolving. We better finish this quick.
Yeah, no.
Know what? What's all that noise? Stop it. I'll teach you to get
There's
a
a
better
mute button, I could
microphone.
use it. You're screwed.
Oh god damn.
It's always like
I think he's evolving.
Hey! Now you're just playing my stream back through me. Mute yourself.
What's all that noise? I am muted.
No. I can hear myself through you, through your goddamn speakers.
Muted, of course. It doesn't work. Of course.
Ah, god damn. Oh, are they still chanting "This cannot continue" in the background? Well, I'm about to run out of items. No, no, dodge! Literally in the middle of dodging. This is bullshit. I guess I can't use my restore items during. What? What? Whatever, I don't care. So, here's the ultimate question. Did I save at some point? Chances are, I didn't.
This cannot continue.
Oh, okay. Oh. Where's the escape button? Oh.
Continue.
I have to stop shooting at him. Is what this is telling me.
Why fight? Sword. Dodge. Projectile. Deflect.
I think he's evolving. We better finish this quick.
I only have one large recovery item? God damn. And now I need it. Is that? Oh. Oh, there we go. No, no! Ah, God, what the fuck was that? So, androids don't have blood, right?
Is this really a machine?
Why would they have blood?
That's what I'm saying.
Machines. The only thing they might have is oil.
Well, let's see what happens now.
Damn it, not another one.
2B! We gotta get out of here! Come on! Through that hole!
Ha, that's what she said. Come on. I don't like the fact that she trips so much.
It stopped. Looks like we're safe now.
What the hell just happened?
I know. I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command.
Alert. High flow areas may impede movement.
Oh,
It would be more efficient to traverse the rocky area instead.
Thanks, robots. I appreciate that.
Let's move to an area with better reception so we can contact command.
You mean so you can hit the save button? Hey, there's that stupid block. Okay, see, this is exactly what I was trying to avoid. Just that's it. Just Gatling gun. Just let's get to a point where I can save, so then I don't die.
Okay, this is good. We should be able to reach.
Nope, I don't have anything.
Command here. 9S to bunker. Do you copy?
I read you, 9S. Go ahead.
Operator, we just encountered a pair of humanoid machines. We weren't able to capture them, but I have combat data ready for upload.
Understood. Ready to receive.
Hopefully you can get something out of it.
It would be really bad if something stupid hit me right now. And I would just die. Wait, that's why I should save. This is exactly when you should be saving. Except need to stop to be able to save. I feel like I did nothing over the last hour. Like, nothing at all. Siggy's wondering why I'm all alone in this server. Except for A-Block. A-Block. He came to join me. He came to hang out. He's a good friend. And everyone else is just hanging out playing some D&D bullshit. Not D&D. What are they playing? I think they're getting ready for a campaign of Warhammer 40k tabletop. I don't know why everyone's over there. They're doing their thing. I'm doing mine. So it looks like everyone left. Is there actually nobody watching? Or is somebody watching and is just not telling me that somebody's watching?
Hey, welcome back. Thanks for securing. I know it isn't much, but oh, and be sure to swing by if
There we go.
Whew. I think we've earned a breather. Say 2B? I was hoping we could talk about our next move. I'm worried about the damage we took in that last battle with the machines. Maybe we should return to the resistance camp to resupply and conduct maintenance?
All right, let's go back.
You got it.
Let's go to the resistance camp. The other thing was that this game is, like I said, I'm in the beginning stages of it. I don't actually know what the storyline is for the most part. So whatever the story is starting out to be, I feel much better playing it with a controller as opposed to the keyboard and mouse, which was a bit of a hell-ish experience. But it looks like I got it to start streaming properly, and the controls are fine, and nothing's glitching out on me. The game hasn't crashed yet.
I gotta go take care of the little one.
All right, congratulations on your kid. And have fun. Make sure you show it all the love that you know a child needs.
Alright.
Later.
Later. There it goes. There's apparently some sort of animals in this game too. Moose, maybe? Meese? I keep killing them for fun, if that means anything. But they can take a lot of machine gun damage, so I'm worried about the fact that they might be mutated Meese, and this might be Canada. Which part of the world has moose on it? Because if this is Canada, then we have a slight issue. I kind of wonder what kind of apocalyptic world this is if this is Canada.
This can just buy a bunch of stuff. Upgrade. Can't upgrade anything. Missing stuff. Okay, so she opened something for me. Thanks. Text showing your current objective. That's a chip I have to buy? Nice. Okay, whatever. Let's buy it. See what happens. Hub control. Fishing spots. Auto attack. Auto attack. Auto fire. Only on easy mode. Auto evade. Easy mode. Wow, this game has auto mode, auto fire, and auto evade. Let me see something. I know I bought them. Now how do I equip them? If I don't want to do it automatically, set chip type. It's the OS chips too. Okay. Is there a... What am I pressing? See if I can increase range defense. I can sell things I don't need, right? So fine, I guess. Let's grab another sword and some more stuff because. Oh damn! I spent too much money. Okay, let's go grind for some more money, I guess. I don't think anyone else is doing anything else. Oh, there's another shop. Okay, let's see if anything happens. Balance. She told me to do the exact same thing I just did. Okay, whatever. Acquiring additional pods. You can multiple pods at the same time. They're pretty rare, so okay. Let's find another pod or two. However, it may take your life. Okay, so these are all the skills. Oh, I can buy storage? But she's sold out of a bunch of them. Okay. Wait, what the fuck was Fuse? Let's find out what Fuse was. So if I combine the chip with another chip, I can take up less space. Okay, so basically this costs a lot of money to do. So I'm going to be forever grinding for stuff. Can't access that right now. What the hell did she open for me? Small recovery. Small G luck. Okay, well. What's my next course of action here? Now I just don't know what to do. Guess we'll go back to the station. See what's up at the bunker. No. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say this is... Okay, so Fuckwad is asking if this is one of those degenerate Japanese smut games. No, actually, it's not. I have a few of those downloaded if you guys want to see. But this is not. This is a grindy hack and slash game that has slut-ish elements to it. It's a lot of upskirt shots. I'm gonna try and avoid as many of them as I can. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But the only way, if I really wanted for it to be smutty, I just self-destruct, and then her skirt comes off, and she's just running around with her ass exposed. Then you can get all kinds of really slutty outfits for her later on in the game too. But again, I have been told that this game is actually a really good game. And I'm hoping it gets better, I guess. So I'm gonna play through it. It was recommended. And I will do my best to not smut it up. Until I get bored. Thoroughly bored. And I stop giving a shit about the missions. And then I will smut it up and burn it down to the ground. You guys have no idea how much I like burning things down to the ground. Oh, there's that glitch again. Get out of the elevator. Terminals. It's a shop. Stuck in the elevator again. It's the one thing that happens like 4 times every time. You just get stuck in the elevator, and I can't get them out. Okay, that was good. Networking environment between bunker and the surface. Okay. I don't know why the bunker's black and white though. She needs the necessary materials. Honestly though, I'm trying not to play anything retarded or too, what do you call it, degenerate on my live streams. But like, what are my choices here? Shooting people in the face, and what else is there? I think there's only shooting people in the face. Because this entire space station is run by degenerate robot, half-naked robots. But they're robots, so like, what the hell do they care? I'm not even sure why she's wearing clothes. Because we saw all the other robots that are naked, and they have no body parts. Like, there is no nipples or vaginas. Like, earlier I fought a giant naked dude. Or just a naked dude, and he had no dick. And since he had no dick, this is just left completely to your imagination. It's completely all for you. There isn't actually anything.
Operator to 2B. Come in, 2B. We need you to collect the materials required to improve the network environment.
Operator to 9S.
This is 9S. Go ahead.
I have an incoming message for 2B and 9S from the commander. Initiating playback. 2B, 9S. We've lost contact with several Yorha units that were on their way to the surface. Their black boxes are online, so we presume they're still alive. We've tracked the location of their signals, so I need all Yorha units on the surface to head over and investigate.
Alright.
End transmission.
I heard something
So-
about that back at the resistance camp.
Target location confirmed.
If you guys
I'm
notice, I
worried
have to
about the other
keep
androids.
hitting
We
the
should
controller
probably
stick
check this
once in a
out as
while.
soon as possible.
So it's not a constant gratuitous upskirt shot while she's running. Because otherwise it would be a constant gratuitous upskirt shot while she's running. Like, it's just like this. No one needs that. Yeah, but as people keep telling me, God of War's out. So that's a game with all the fun stuff that we should probably be playing. Instead of whatever this is. So I'm going to look into getting that. Anyone want to help support this endeavor? The donation link is in the description. Otherwise, it's just Loki 3K at Steam Labs. Or not at Steam Labs. You know how Steam Labs works. Because if I can't get a review copy, I'm going to have to pay for a $72 game on release. This building doesn't look safe for anyone. Why aren't you firing? Did I unequip? Yay, map information unlocked. I don't know if I should be going to a new area without having... This isn't a new area, this is an old area. Or is it? That's definitely where I came from. Yeah, but see, hitting up shitty indie game devs means playing shitty indie games. And if I'm playing shitty indie games, most people, I don't know. How much do you guys care about shitty indie games? Tell me now. That's why I keep asking you guys to let me know what you're interested in. Because I can do this whenever, whatever. No, I know. I'm sure I can get some fun games to play from indie devs, but again, the interest has to be there, doesn't it? It's not like I can just play the goddamn games. No, I really hope I'm going in the right area. Is there even a map? There is a map. Wherever I'm going has to be here. This is where the game started, by the way. Like, I can play lots of crap, but I don't want to play crap. That would just ruin the entire endeavor for me. Oh, that's a lot of robots. Gosh, where am I going? Like, I can have an entire playlist of game reviews that just say crap, right? It happens. God damn it. Whatever, at least it's experience from whatever. Wait, what? What was that? Was that where I died once? Huh. Look, okay, let's see, what are you saying? You're saying, some of them out to be fun, some of them are crap, to be honest. Some of them are absolutely crap, to be honest. Here's the thing, okay, you're following up with, I've seen other channels with similar follower count getting free games to review, indie games, are happy, and blah, blah, blah. Yes, okay, I've even gotten emails from a shitty game that, I'm not gonna say shitty game devs, I don't know if they themselves are shitty game developers, but developers that have created shitty games as requests to review their games and make things about them, which is fine. I can dig it. I can understand it. They want coverage. I want free games. It's a give and take, I guess. I'm okay with most of that give and take, but again, the game has to be fun. The game has to be interesting for me to play. Ow. Ow! Like, they're not even doing any real damage at this point. They're just annoying nuisances. I could. There's a slight problem with like, again, it's not a problem. It's a fun aspect to it. Like there are a few games out there where I do have quite a bit of fun playing that are smaller indie developers, like Oxygen not included. But how many of you actually tuned in to when I was playing Oxygen not included? Nobody. Nobody tuned in. There's literally nobody who cared about the fact that I was reviewing a game that's still currently in development. And but I guess some people tuned in while I was playing Ark before they shat the bed, I guess. I don't know what happened over there. No, can't jump down this way. And for the most part, I don't even mind paying for the game. I just need to know that people will give a shit and people will tune in. And I don't know if that's the thing that happens anymore. Well, no, not saying that you guys aren't tuning in. You guys are obviously tuning in. But let's... Actually, no. I can't even say that when it was the stream that I named. I named the stream Gratuitous Upskirt Robot Battle Game or some shit like that. And I wanted to see how many more people would tune in to literally saying upskirt and sex in the title. Quite a bit of people are watching the video after the fact. But not a lot of retention of audience once they realize that there isn't actually an upskirt robot battle game. And I'm actually just trying to play the game and talk to people. I did that game way before I think I was even streaming to Twitch. I just sit around and just like the normal thing that we did. We hung out, we shot the shit, and we played video games. And I've been doing it for over a year. My sub count is actually kind of pathetic considering how long I've been doing this. But this is why I'm okay. I'll get GTA 5, not GTA 5. Far Cry 5, and I'll play that, I'll play this, I'll play whatever I feel like playing, honestly. I just don't, I'm not excited for a lot of games anymore. There's just something killed it for me, something's bothering me, probably the lack of money. And, yeah, if my job picks up and I'll have more money, I'll be a lot more excited to play a lot more things and talk to a lot more people. Almost there.
That's a Yorha unit.
Where? What is she talking about? What is she talking about? There.
Analysis. Yorha Type B body confirmed. It belongs to the missing unit known as 11B.
So this is where you landed. Pod, can you access her black box?
Negative. Unit 11B's black box has been irreparably damaged. Proposal. Unit 2B should recover any usable weapons. Fragmented data detect.
Well.
She was planning to go AWOL.
Violation of regulations detected. However, due to the death of the unit in question, corrective punishment is impossible.
I'll bring this weapon back to 16D in the bunker.
Oh, okay, well, they made me go all the way back here to retrieve some shit. Maybe I don't know. They keep having updates and new releases, and so maybe I'll just do another review of Oxygen Not Included with their new stuff. Ooh. apparently I've been told to do more short reviews and I guess it's game reviews and some short videos on how things work. I am also not really a new game type of guy, but again, one of the complaints I got from people is the fact that I am not getting as much viewership or audience because I'm playing old games, and no one seems to give a shit about the old games. So they're like, fuck you, do something better. So I've been trying to find new games to play, and I guess more interesting stuff. Like, you think it'll ever be possible for me to have a decent enough rig setup? So, let's say I can actually put out a live stream. Not even a live stream. A live stream is too much. It's just a 3D video of one of my experiences. Like, can you record 3D, capture 3D whatever the hell? And have other people watch it in 3D. Is that a possibility? Really not good at this. There's like what do you consider a new game? Like PUBG, for example. Everyone's playing PUBG constantly. And I'm okay with PUBG. I don't have PUBG because I don't want to spend money on PUBG. And then Fortnite came out, and Fortnite was free. And I played Fortnite for a bit, and that was fun. But then I got bored of Fortnite fairly quickly. Because without a team or without friends, that game isn't nearly as fun as I'd like it to be. So, moving on from there. The new God of War might be interesting, but it's single player, so therefore I'm not playing with my friends. Far Cry 5 might be a little bit more interesting. I was offered. Bearded offered to buy me Kingdom Come Deliverance for me to stream it and play it with him. I didn't feel like it was a game that I would thoroughly enjoy, because there's a lot of games that I do play that I don't enjoy. Like, right now, I'm getting incredibly and extremely bored through this long hallway running sequence. Because I was just here, and I ran back, and I'm running back again through this entire maze. For what purpose, I'm not 100% sure, if you guys know what I mean. Like, they made me run all the way back to the beginning of the game to retrieve a body that I technically could have grabbed up in the beginning of the game. But that's fine, that's fine. It's keeping everything relatively, I guess, fresh and new. So here I am running through the entire level, over and over again. Here we are, back to here, beginning. You see, there's the problem, isn't it? It's a brand new game. I don't remember who developed it, but a lot of people didn't say it was fun. Ooh, what's this? I can just get a new sword? Alright. New sword it is. And what's this? It's a lot of recovery items.
Operator 60 to 2B. Looks like you found all the necessary parts to improve our network environment. Nice work. You can conclude your mission by bringing everything over to Anemone.
Was that my dead body? I think that was my old dead body. I think... Oh my god. Okay, well... I don't know where that marker is leading me. I honestly don't. This looks like an area I'm in. So, I don't know, guys. Call of Duty. No, I have not played. Maybe I have? I don't know. Does Call of Duty 2 and 1 count? And I mean, like, the originals? CSGO? I maxed out my first-person shooter, first-person small room cleaning shooter, whatever the hell their special anagram is for those types of shooters. Back when I was playing Counter-Strike, before it was even a full game. You guys remember back in the day when Counter-Strike was just a mod for Half-Life? No, I bought Half-Life so I can play Counter-Strike as a mod. I had to download from a random website. And I played it like there was no tomorrow for maybe too long with I may have screwed up a little bit of my high school doing it too. And that didn't take me anywhere. And then I'm just kind of... It's kind of why I'm not playing, what's it called? Overwatch anymore. Because I should have had a bunch of videos of me live streaming Overwatch on my main channel. And I just gave up live streaming it because I couldn't find a team worth playing with. And then it's just frustrating. Because sometimes you actually want to play, and sometimes you want to goof around, and sometimes you get stuck with people that want to play hard while you want to goof around, and get stuck with people that want to goof around when you actually want to play. So I don't really want to ruin anyone's gaming experience, but maybe if my god, what is this mode? Is that where I am? Current location. What is this? Let's go here. Let's find out what the hell that is. I don't know how this map works, guys. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Skills, pod, Gatling gun, equip. What? Well, most games have gone downhill in recent years because literally a lot... Okay, so a large portion of Overwatch, for me, became kind of stale once I realized I'm grinding for loot boxes more than I'm actually enjoying the game. You know, it's like when you're in the last hour of the game, or at least that last hour before you should be going to sleep, and you just kind of like, oh, if I play a couple of more rounds, I can get the loot box, and then maybe I'll get a skin, or I'll get this loot box and get this skin, or do this. And I'm like, okay, now I'm just playing to get goddamn loot boxes. And the skins aren't nearly as important to me as the gameplay. I did like some of the new characters they're introducing, which is good, because kudos on you, Blizzard. You guys know how to make some interesting characters. But what soured the entire thing for me was the Sombra event. Actually, if you go far back... Shit, where's my Sombra video? I think it was on my main channel. It shouldn't have been on my main channel. It should have probably been on this channel. Where I talked about how it doesn't make sense for Sombra to be the hacker everyone's looking for in the IR game. Because... See? It's a moose. And he can take a beating, too. See, Alan can also take a beating. And it doesn't make sense for Sombra to be a super secret hacker and to be the playable character, because If she's supposed to be a secret hacker, why the hell would she continuously be sticking her name on everything she hacks? It's like, oh yeah, so you're a hacker nobody knew about, but now you're hacking things and leaving your name on everything. I assumed the hacker was not Sombra. The hacker was just letting us know that Sombra exists and is going to be an upcoming character or some shit like that. And then the character was Sombra, and it was a Mexican girl, and it was a really young Mexican girl. And I started to question who the game was for at that point. Because this is when all the SJW bullshit started to come out. And people were like, yeah, Sombra is not going to be this Mexican girl that's fighting for freedom and justice. It soured me. It doesn't make sense. The canon of the character doesn't make sense. And I get that Overwatch is almost like a world without countries anymore. Which is the other problem. It's gone full globalist on me, guys. It's gone full globalist. And I kind of just want to turn that off for a bit. So I kind of moved away from Overwatch. But I'll go back to it eventually. Maybe once I get my new gaming rig and it won't slow down my connection as much. Or my processing power as much, so I can play and stream simultaneously. Because that was important. But I only really ever like to play as Diva, anyway. I know, right? Who would have known? Sombra, Sombrero, Sombre, Somber, whatever. So,
2B to Operator 6-0. Material handover complete.
Copy that. Good work.
I see the commander's as much of a slave driver as ever. It's like she was built to be as efficient and hard-assed as possible.
Oh, she's not so bad.
Are you serious?
Totally serious. The commander actually lets a lot of things slide on the side. Like, did you know that she leaves piles of clothes strewn everywhere? The cleaning team is so sick of it. Oh, and she never performs regular maintenance on herself. A lot of the hard-ass nature you mention is just for show.
How do you know all this?
I can't tell you that. Operator 6-0, out.
What the heck was all that about?
Can't go that way either. Let's get some more missions, maybe? Off. See, that was unnecessary. They didn't need me. They didn't need me to get off that ladder that way. Okay, I guess. Let's see what the new sword is, like, at the very least. I picked that up. Was that a large sword? It is a large sword. Almost as much damage as that one. Combo, heavy. I like it. Maybe a bit too heavy, but yeah, I guess that is my current destination. Thanks, game. But I don't know. I feel like there is a game out there that I'll thoroughly enjoy playing at some point, and I will not be as bothered by certain political messages put into it. 'Cause not every game needs political messages. At least I hope it doesn't. I know we're all living in Trump's America, as they like to say. But I guess everything is also a political statement these days. Make a female Mexican girl a badass hacker, and you're already pissing a lot of people off. Because the Mexicans need representation in video games, and women need representation in video games, and androids with nice butts need representation in video games. Everyone needs representation in video games, and the biggest representation in all of video game history is white men who get mass murdered. As I did in the last game that I played. I think I've definitely killed a couple of hundred people without too much of an issue. Actually, I think employment is the most necessary thing, because if I'm working, then I'm happy. That's all I've found out, is if I'm working, I'm happy. And I really, really, really wish that my work would pick up. Like, we're going to work tomorrow, so fucking A. Speaking of fucking A, it's 10:30. I should probably...
Looks like our surface route's been cut off.
Go to work.
Maybe we can get through from underground. So 2B.
So hopefully if I come home tomorrow, tired,
right?
Right.
and just sore, and I've learned something new about how to install like EMT or PVC or rigid or whatever the hell it is, then I will feel better at the end of the goddamn day, and I will be a lot more happy, I guess? Happier. I'll be a lot happier. I will have a sense of accomplishment for one thing throughout that day, and I will follow it up with a little bit more of an accomplishment. Maybe a little bit more happiness while I'm streaming. Maybe I'll go do some mundane shit at work, and my mind will work on interesting things for me to think about. I'll come up with interesting things to think about. And then... I just go backwards? I went backwards. And I can start the stream, and I can ask you guys questions. Like, still nobody's answered me if I was... This is for my podcast. If I was to upload my podcast to a platform that you guys watch, where would it be? Like, there's 2 people here, fine. But, like, clearly, Twitch isn't an option, because Twitch only holds on to videos for so long. They do a... Eh? I guess that was the right place. Just thought it looked exactly like the last place. And YouTube doesn't notify anybody. Maybe it will. You guys hit the bell. You guys hit the bell. You guys hit the notification bell. Lets you know when I'm doing my stuff. I want to do a test at one point to actually see, but it annoys my viewers enough and subscribers when. Yes, absolutely. Okay. A question in the chat: if your channel took off, would you still keep your electrical job? Yes. And here's how this works. The channel can take off and fail any time, at any given time. I could say the wrong thing tomorrow, my channel might disappear off the face of the goddamn planet. This is a gaming channel, and I can respect the gaming industry. I can respect all the stuff. I can love all the stuff. Even my podcast. It doesn't matter what took off, because one thing takes off and the second thing will take off. Like, if my gaming channel takes off, then people will absolutely want to listen to what I have to say outside of the gaming channel. And if my podcast took off, people will want to listen to me talk about all the other bullshit. But here's the thing. For me to be an electrician would mean that I would have to dedicate a certain amount of time to being an electrician. Like, it takes roughly 7 years. Oh yeah, VidMe failed. Failed hard. I wasn't getting much traction on VidMe, but it did fail pretty hard. So it takes about 4 to 5 years of my electrical apprenticeship to gain all my school hours, to gain all my stuff.
Wow, this is weird.
And once I get that, I can become a licensed and registered electrician. After 2 years, I can become a master electrician. At which point, I'm charging quite a bit of money to exist as an electrician, which is not very hard work, but it's work I enjoy. It is work I enjoy. The electrical work is actually pretty good. I have no problem with it. It's not like the drywall or the rental stuff I used to do. It's not like some of the other more retarded jobs I've done. I enjoy working with my hands. I enjoy decking. This is also why I've been jokingly, not really jokingly, telling people that I am going to start planting certain things in my house. I would like to start growing my own pot because now that's becoming legal in Canada. And why wouldn't I grow my own stuff instead of paying the government thousands of dollars in taxes for the pot that comes into this house? I'm not gonna say for who, just gonna say it's not for me. But then again, I know a lot of people that do smoke pot and eat the edibles. And let's say if I can provide them with an opportunity to not pay the government tax money to smoke their pot, they would also come to me. And if it's legal, then it's legal. I also want to advance my growing operations to other things because I thoroughly enjoy gardening and a bunch of other stuff. Actually, if you guys want to hear a business idea, solar's taken off pretty good in Canada right now too. And if I can get my hands on about $35,000, I could buy about a square kilometer of land that I can convert to a solar farm / grow up, which will make me millions of dollars within a couple of months. But I have to get to that point, which is why I'm really sad right now. My family is actually offering me that money. They're saying, take it, do it. Go do what you want to do. They're like, here's 50 grand. And I don't want to take advantage of that money, and I don't want to. I don't want to. Because if it fails, then I'm responsible, and it's not my money, and I'll feel that much worse. I want to make that money. I want to make that 50 grand.
This gate isn't going to open.
And
maybe
I want to...
there's another way around.
I just want to have hobbies and investments and ideas and things. So if I could be an electrician and I could get my electrical license, I will gladly do my electrical license. Once I get my electric license, I can absolutely take a break and focus on doing the channel if the channel's doing really well. I can also put it all on break, for example. I could put my electrical shit on break. The moment I get registered is the moment I can take time off to not be working as an electrician. But at least I'm registered. I'm already on the... What do you call it? I'm already registered. The school's got... Would I upload electrical videos? I don't think you guys will enjoy the electrical videos. Like, I could sit there and show you how I install things and where things go. Maybe I'll even bring back my Instagram and start uploading things to it once I get registered. My boss feels comfortable with me doing it. And I want to actually upload a lot of cool construction stuff, but it's a hassle, and I'll need a team, and I'll need to get in front of the camera. And again, if I have no support in any way whatsoever, and my political subjects are a bit on the fringe side, so I'm still kind of worried about getting fired and not being able to find a job. So it's a whole thing. This is what I'm saying. Everything's a learning experience and a workaround for me at the moment. I would love to take a break and just work on YouTube. I would love to take a break and just do electrical stuff. I would love to do a lot of different... What is happening here? Okay, I'm not back in here. Oh, I see. I missed the obvious. Where does this
corridor lead?
But like, if the YouTube channel actually takes off and starts making money, then yes, there's absolutely a reason for me to take a break, to do things with the channel, to advance, to progress. There's a reason I already registered the website. Not registered. I already have a website. Russell saying, I watch videos on guys taking apart power tools. I would watch electrical videos. Yes. If you guys are really interested in electrical stuff, that's fine. But I'll have to create a separate channel for electrical stuff. Most people don't want to tune into the Celerius podcast to have me talk about, I don't know, videos of me just taking apart electrical shit. Or building new electrical stuff. Or wiring things up. That's a separate channel altogether. With separate ideas, separate notions. But like, the question is, how much does my channel need to take off? I did the math, and Sargon makes 70, maybe 80, maybe close to, maybe even close to $100,000 a year. I haven't found all the different places he's acquiring money from. But this is why I'm so pissed off at fucking Sargon. Why I hate his ass. He doesn't do anything with it. He makes $100,000 off of YouTube with his 100,000 fucking subscribers, maybe more than 100,000 subscribers. But he's literally not progressing the genre, the anything any further. He could easily start his own little network, like Steven Crowder. He could start his own little business, like he could take on other YouTubers under his wing, to progress his whole thing. He could make Sargonism a thing. Does he not have a single person that he's in line of thinking with? Or is he actually what he claims to be, a liberal progressive who doesn't have any intention on making anything better or winning the fucking war? What does he call it? Winning the culture war? There's no culture war to win. You're either progressing everything or you're just taking your money by repetitively doing the same thing over and over again. Like, I got tired of watching Sargon's videos a long time ago. A very, very, very long time ago.
Let's play. Let's sing. Let's sing. Let's play.
Yeah, like, if any of the channels take off, they'll increase in activity. That's the point. And I'm doing one thing and I'm doing the other. Siggy doesn't even have time to do the podcast with me regularly. Like, that's why I haven't released, I released 3 in the last 2 months?
Armed. We'll regret it later if we let them escape. So let's take them out.
Uh-oh. I did not at all prepare for this battle. Like, again, for my channel to take off, it also requires a lot of other things to happen, no? It requires people to watch, people to care, people to give a shit about what I have to say. Then it requires YouTube to... Am I getting rushed? Why is he just running? Again, we have to go back to sharing, liking, subscribing, all that bullshit that I don't tell people. Again, this is the question yesterday, or earlier today. I don't remember when I did. Get the hell out of the corner. If you guys were to share my video, wait, what? Hold on. Look, I can pay YouTube to advertise me, but I really can't pay YouTube to advertise me right now because literally the career choice I've made is too difficult to get in because it has too much possibility. You know what I mean? The money's too good for people, so it's too hard to get into the industry. So therefore, I don't have lots of auxiliary money to hang out with. I would have more money if Siggy wasn't getting her PhD right now. And look, we're prepping for the future instead of literally working on YouTube, which I know you guys would probably prefer that we work on YouTube as opposed to this other stuff. I would also love to play video games all goddamn day long. Like, I would, if I was given the opportunity to make enough money, which is only $2 grand a month. $2 grand a month is what I need to stay home and work on other stuff all together. I would get a bunch of workout equipment. I would dedicate at least 3 hours a day to playing, maybe an hour a day, to playing guitar, 2 hours a day to working out. Dedicate some more time to learning to grow certain things. Now, absolutely shove that on at least my website. At the very least, my website can host videos as well. So I would absolutely stick a bunch of videos about growing pot, mushrooms, and whatever the hell else I can get my hands on at least that platform. So YouTube doesn't start oppressing me. But then again, anything. Oh, hi, welcome. No, I'm just ranting.
Analysis.
Just
it is a
ranting
device
a
that
lot.
propels humans on rails
But
at high speeds for the purposes of
you gotta speak up, or
It
I gotta
was
turn the game
commonly
down.
referred
Which
to
one do you
as
want?
a roller coaster.
Humans sure
I can
are
probably
strange
just speak up.
creatures.
There it is. Speaking up is fine.
I was just asking, what did I interrupt?
Oh, no, they asked me a question of whether I would quit my job and do YouTube full time if my channel took off. And I'm already kind of like, okay, my channel took off. I'm already kind of like doing my job in a half-assed manner for the most part. Because I'm at home like 4 days a week. Maybe 6, maybe fucking 5 days a week sometimes. and that's not good. But I'm also following it up with probably not, because the real life thing has to come first. I do want to get my electrical apprenticeship finished. I do want to become an electrician. I want to become a master electrician at some point. And which again is only a 7-year course, and I haven't even started, even though I already went to school for it. No, I want to collect that thing. And my follow-up question was, for my channel to get big, I need people to share, follow, subscribe, tweet my shit out, and like do all that social media garbage that needs to be done, you know? Like, I've been asking people for today at least several times, where would you guys even put my videos? Like, where would they even go if you were to share them? I'm not saying share them.
I've shilling them, and I've been shilling them and kind of zeroing my shared server.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. You've been supporting me via Patreon and all kinds of different ways, which again I really appreciate. I love that you guys do that. But okay, that was the other question. Is from today is, do I have to remind people to share, like, and subscribe, tweet this shit out, comment? Or do people remember to do that?
Our records don't say anything about a machine like this.
I have no idea what's happening now.
Most people do, but I think reminding people or kind of asking them about it doesn't hurt. Like, it can be that someone would like to support, but honestly, might not have it be like the first thing that comes to mind. Like, think too about how your normal day-to-day goes, right? Most things, you have things that you consider to some level of importance, but unless someone brings it up to you, they might have forgotten about it, right?
Right.
Or that you might have forgotten about it, right? It's just kind of the same thing. Like, so there's probably going to be some people who are going to still share regardless, but kind of asking people about it every now and then still might help them go like, well, I meant to share this with someone, but may have not thought to do so yet because of other obligations, and that reminders just makes them think, well, I guess there's nothing that stops me from going ahead and doing that now, right?
Right. Well, hold on. I wanted to point out that, Russell, you've also pretty much been, or Fuckwad, you've also been pretty much a Patreon of mine since, like, my 3rd month of being on YouTube. So I really do appreciate that. And I try and end my stream with telling you guys that, that I love you, and I do appreciate all the love and support a lot of you have been giving me. A lot of other people have been giving me money over the time. Over the time I've been on YouTube. Some people are very disappointed that I got rid of the short form content and moved over to long form content. I'm still being told that other people will donate up to, what did he say? $25 to $40 a month to me if I go back to doing long form content. But again, that takes forever to make. It's 4 to 5 to 6 hours of content creation, of writing scripts, editing videos, finding memes before the video gets done. And then, like, maybe more people will share it. But then I also have that one other major issue, the reactionary issue. I'm not a reactionary. I can't do the reactionary thing. I've talked about this before. There's a lot of content that comes out that's purely reactionary content. And I feel bad when I start talking about something and I come off as retarded when a week later the information comes out that the initial information that was provided was garbage information.
Our records
retrieve, repair. Let's just retrieve.
Say anything about a machine like this.
Actually, I think I can think of an early example. Do you still remember the video you did like some time ago on BLM, where you used one picture that you thought was of BLM protesters, or a portion of the video that turned out to actually be Black Panther protesters?
Right.
That was information that was found out about it after the video had already been posted, which had been worked on, I'm guessing, at least within the span of a week.
Right.
And that's something that's understandable to have happen when your main interest is getting a video done. Like, shit like that can easily prop up on you when you're trying to do that long form. And So the question is, do you want to compromise accuracy for relevancy or relevancy for accuracy?
Well,
So that's
how many people have I fought with on a regular basis about the fact that they're completely being inaccurate? What's his name? Chairview, for example. I call that Chairview to his face. I'm like, you are deliberately spreading misinformation, lies, and other garbage that's completely irrelevant to everything that's happening just so you can get views on your channel. And he's like, you're sitting there calling out, what's her face? Who was he calling out? He was calling out Anita Sarkeesian for being fake because she was just trying to stay relevant. He's like, fuck you, Anita Sarkeesian, for trying to stay relevant, coming on stage and telling Sargon to go fuck himself or whatever. And fuck you for just trying to be in the media's eye. And I am sitting here listening to him, and I'm going, what the fuck are you talking about? The only reason you're even making a video about this is trying to stay relevant in the viewer's eyes. There's no truth behind what you're saying. You don't even hold an opinion on the situation. You're just reacting to what's happening without actually thinking about what the situation is. And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing this for the views. I'm like, you're literally sitting here talking to me to promote the fact that you're going to be making a YouTube video about Anita Sarkeesian because Anita Sarkeesian is just doing shit for views. I'm like, you're doing the exact same thing. And this is why I don't like Chairview. A little too much cognitive dissonance, in my opinion, and a lot of people cut him too much of a break.
Well, of course they do. They're kind of under the same influence, to be honest.
Well, yeah, a lot of people do it. Shit. How did I lose my... No! Guys, I have no idea what's happening. Why did this turn into a bullet hell game all of a sudden? Someone help me. Ow. God damn.
I'm definitely certain that I've been probably guilty of it myself too.
We're all guilty of it. I'm not saying we're all perfect. None of us will ever be perfect. This is the other thing I keep talking about. No one will ever go, none of us will ever be perfect. The whole point is to try better. Is to actually try to improve. Remember, I'm anti-SJWism. I'm not for this whole thing. What the fuck is this? Sorry, I'm not for this beautiful, unique snowflake bullshit. That's not the way I was raised. In school, in my generation, they told us that we have to be beautiful, unique snowflakes, and that we can do no wrong, and we're perfect just the way we are.
It'll affect our bodies as well.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's something a lot of parents might tell like kids, or not even parents, just adults who end up taking roles where they have to take care of kids because it's easier to tell them that and simply to tell them you'll learn from experience, because that's really the lesson that they should do.
Those look like
when you're young,
corpses.
you're gonna make a lot more mistakes, and when you become more experienced and older and start to
Hold on, speak up. I think the game is drowning you out at this point.
Well, what I was saying was,
Are we seriously
it's
being
kind of that
attacked
thing
with
that
dead
most
androids?
adults might tell kids where they don't want to put in the effort to tell them, you know, it's all about experience. As you age, you'll start to catch on to what your weak points are and why those are your weak points, and improve and touch upon those. Like, I think it's just easier to a lot of parents or adults just to tell kids, you're just perfect the way you are, because they don't want to explain that they just are offering them a lower set of expectations because they're kids. Right?
Mm-hmm. God, what am I doing? Sorry, the view changed on me again. I have no idea what's happening. And it's turning into a 3D bullet hell game.
Yeah. Noticed.
No, like this is fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm just frustrated to a certain degree about. But what is actually happening? Hold on. Okay, let me pause this for a second. Fuckwad says, I have the most people following me on Twitter, so I tweet out your vids and streams. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate all of it. Follow up. He cries that it's not for views or money, but then cries that he isn't getting views Others are getting and begs for money. Well, that's fantastic. Shareview, this one goes out to you. And people cut Shareview slack because he's disabled and they feel bad. Yes, that's exactly the slack I was talking about. I've talked to Politipod about this. I'm like, why do you cut him so much slack? Well, why are you inviting him onto your streams? He's literally a retard, and I don't mean literally as in. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Is this game glitching out on me, guys?
It'll take a while for me to actually see how, but it kind of looks like it.
Because I feel like God damn it! It keeps zooming in closer and closer.
Yeah, it's been doing that for a while. I wonder if that's just part of the game to amp difficulty.
It might be.
Yeah, that's definitely moving in closer.
No! This is hacking complete bullshit. Am I supposed to be following
I've
where
almost analyzed the enemy's hacking pattern.
There it is.
I'm going to try to hack it back. Keep it busy.
You got it.
Look, we have a lot of e-beggars, and some of us are guilty of it, some of us aren't. I've said before, if you guys want me to play something new, pay me.
Saturation attack triggered by enemy consciousness data. Failure to destroy it
I'm sure we all do it because we know it's available. We mentioned the fact that I mentioned I think twice today that I have a Streamlabs set up for me to take donations, which I will absolutely take. I'm not denying it. I know I'm hurting for money, but at least I want to work. I want to work, guys. Ooh. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, will I be able to recover from this one? I won't be able to recover. Fuck! Wings of Redemption? No, I don't think we're talking about Wings of Redemption.
I'm not even sure I know of Wings of Redemption, but then again, kind of been a while since I've paid attention to any of the key players in the whole whatever you even call it anymore. Political sphere of YouTube.
I don't know what to call it. I don't care. I honestly don't care what they call themselves anymore.
Are we seriously being attacked with dead androids?
Wait.
I
don't think.
Okay, I'm gonna try and finish this, but no, it's not e-beggar. He calls himself Shareview, and
they've been turned into weapons.
All right, this ends now.
There should be an auto target. At the very least, they should have given me an auto target, so I don't have to continuously manually target all of the goddamn tree people. Tree androids? Oh, okay, so what happens is that this is my fault. I get too close to the edge, and then what was that? No, sorry. Look, again, if you guys want to get into it, there's a lot of people who see. Now I'm just confused. Is it that shockwave that's hitting me? Can I avoid it? Can I jump over it? Should I jump over it, guys? Nope. I just gotta press it. Huh?
So I would recommend at least trying to jump over it.
Well, it's one of those. Nope, that hit me too. God damn.
I mean, going back to just looking for controversy for the, simply the way of kind of profiting off of controversy. Honestly, as much as I enjoy like talking to devil's advocates sometimes, I honestly think he's very much guilty of it too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I can still remember his video on bearing. Like,
oh, you don't think I'm going to do that? I'm going to take some time, sometime within the next week or so, and write a whole video where I shit on every... I talked to you about this. I talked to the Varian about this. I'm going to shit on every single major YouTube player in the politosphere. Every single one of them, because I don't think a single one of them has done his job, and in fact, they've made things worse for everybody. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to jump that. But I also don't care because it's not really hurting me.
I've almost analyzed the enemy's hacking pattern. I'm going to try to hack it back.
When he did his video on Bearing, accusing him of denying evidence of doxing, like, that's just something that, and I think it was with AIU and Creationist Cat, but the issue was there was literally nothing he was saying of value about it. He wasn't presenting any evidence that was presented of the doxing. He didn't have any of that. It was just, well, we know and we know. And, when all you're doing is presenting just he knows.
Speak up.
If all you're doing is presenting a bunch of, oh, we know, but you're not actually presenting how that knowledge has been acquired or how we're supposed to know something, that's not actually presenting any evidence. The issue with his video is that he came from the presumption that there was plenty of evidence out there to not even deny. And this was kind of very early on between CC and AIU. The AIU's doxing.
Okay, is this because both Bearing and AIU, Bearing still stood up and defended AIU? Again, this is more garbage. I don't care too much about. This is so irrelevant to me because I don't care. Like, again, Bearing hasn't done anything for anyone either. But I think Bearing also makes a fuck ton of money as well as Sargon, and he doesn't do anything other than make more shit show and promote shitty YouTubers. Like, okay, I'm gonna sound really bitter at this point, but like, has anyone watched the What YouTubers content? Anyone here at all?
I've only seen his crossover with very nearly viral, and honestly, he wasn't even the YouTuber I was looking for. But so apparently, Fuckwad has.
Okay, so tell me what it is about the White YouTuber that's is interesting, that's worth following, that's worth seeing. Can someone tell me what it is about him where he's got like 20,000 people following him? I want to know. I honestly want to know because I was an admin in his server. Not that, like, for the entire time I was there, not a single person followed me. I want to know why. What makes him not so special? What is it that draws him in? Because from what I understood, it's all children. He deleted his account, really?
I mean, I don't think that really explains how he gained his popularity, but that at least tells us something.
Well, look, I've spoken to him many times. He seemed very unhappy about what was happening for his channel, for his viewership, his retention. He was very unhappy that it was mostly children following him, and he hated the entire concept of talking about politics. What are you doing then if you don't give a shit about talking about politics? Every live stream he was on with me, and he was on my live streams, he didn't give a flying fuck about any of the politics we were talking about or any of the serious subjects. He muted people, he laughed at everybody, which is fine. I'm all about having fun. If you guys are in any of my Discord servers that are, or at least were, active, you know I like to dick around and post stupid memes all day long. And as much as they joke about wanting a serious conversation, I'm also just shitposting all the time. But when it does come down to actually talking about the politics or the environment or whatever the hell, I am 100% down for it because that's what I'm there for. It's why I'm here. So, what is it? Like, why did he get 15,000 people following him by shitposting all the time? Why is Baring promoting him when he's got nothing to say?
Thanks for the assist.
Oh, you mean the hacking?
You know what?
No worries.
Fleet Mac?
Us scanners are pretty good at that kind of
You
thing.
might be right. I might not have to
got your
pause.
back
I just haven't figured out what the direction pad does yet. This is my first time playing with a controller.
We have to save those androids.
And yeah.
I'm sorry. I think that.
Oh.
And
I
before
think
that,
there's something. I think there's sort of something to that when
you're right.
like most of the in-depth political discussions we tend to have actually does one where we're literally people grabbed up from other servers known for discussing politics. Like,
okay, but look, it's not even about that. Do you remember my okay? Did anybody watch my live stream about the Kraut drama? Because that's a perfect example of me being retarded. Right after the Kraut and T drama hit, Mr. Medical released this video. Shit was falling apart. There's fire everywhere. Everyone was fucking yelling, fucking apocalypse, doxing, and they should be fucking purified through fire. I started a fun live stream. That was a joke drama live stream, just as a joke. And I literally invited Gemini and White YouTuber and Will because he was part of the drama. You can hear him in the JF videos talking to people because I know these fucking people. And invited Kraut and T and Mycroft. Mycroft being the primary one of the primary information gatherers, and Kraut and T himself. And they all showed up.
Hostiles.
They all fucking showed up. I was hanging out with them, and what the fuck happened? Nothing happened. The White YouTuber showed up, and he started muting people and talking shit for a bit, just about some jokingly shit. Gemini got bored fairly quickly, told everyone that whatever, this was fun, but no one gives a shit about any of this drama, and left. And Kraut and T showed up and said, hey guys, I'm really sorry that it turned out this way, and like whatever.
It does seem awfully suspicious.
Well, I forgot where I was going with this.
I've never seen a machine that could communicate at this level. It might be worth checking out.
So, like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to do with any of it.
Well,
this is the point.
Pay some attention to the chat, or at least Fuckwood. He pointed out one of the reasons why Whitey had so much success was because of his relentless emailing people for collabs.
Oh.
I think that's probably one thing that probably has helped him out like the most. Is
okay.
He knows how to bank on others' success and recognition.
Well, that's why he started talking to me. He said we should collaborate. Let me know what you want to do a video on, and we'll upload it to my channel, and I'll add my piece to it. I'm like, okay. That was a standing offer for a long time, but my question was, what am I going to talk to him about? He doesn't give a shit about any of the stuff I talk about on a regular basis. It was the same thing with Barry. He subscribed to my Celerius channel. I've spoken to him once or twice. He said we should do a collab together, and I messaged him about what I want to do collabs about. He never gets back to me, which is fine. I don't care. I have him on Skype. I have him on Discord. Sargon is more relentless, is a little bit harder to get. But like, I've spoken to these people, and I feel bad. I think Jordan Peterson said it best when he said, guys, if you're just looking to talk to each other about because of your well, because what you can do for each other, because what other people can do for you, what are you really doing? Like, do you really give a shit about the person? And if I'm only messaging Baring because I want to do a collab to take on his audience or address his audience or try and get his audience on my side, why? Like, I'm not a big fan of him. I'm not a big fan of lots of these people. I can message Chris Ray Gunn. I got Chris Ray Gunn to show up into the chat section of one of my live streams. I can get Kraut and T. I'm pretty sure if I fucking harass Baring enough, he'll show up again. And What the fuck? The one time he did show up, the last time he showed up, what did I tell him? I said, honestly, like, you being
They
here
don't
isn't
have
doing
white
anything for
flags.
me. Tweet it out.
Looks like they really don't want to fight.
And then he didn't tweet it out, and I've never seen him since. Which I can even say, okay, like, I don't hold it against him. But it's getting almost senseless for me at this point, because what's happening with Politipod too? Politipod is going into every server we have and just shilling his live streams, to collaborate, to not collaborate. We're all just shilling against each other, and no one's trying to build a community. And that's the one thing I've always wanted to do. I want to build a community that where we actually give a fuck about each other and aren't just trying to use each other for views and money. Which is the worst, because I'm literally the type of person that has all the accounts and all the Patreons. That's why my main server, I got rid of all my YouTube. I got rid of all mention of my YouTube. I'll let people know what I'm doing, like in conversation, or when I'm upset about something or whatever. But there's no connection to my Celerius thing. There's no feed, or there's no shilling in there either. Because I'm tired. I just want to hang out and I want to talk to people. I wanna get to know people for who they are, not for the purposes of becoming their Patreon. And that's a problem I've been getting too. Is what happened? It was Mycroft. He was donating a bunch of money to me, but one day he just decided to be a giant fucking dick. But he decided to be a dick by first taking away all of my funding, all the money. He was donating $20-something a month, and then he was being a giant asshole about it. And my question to myself was, was I just not noticing that he's a dick because he was donating money to me and I was just letting shit slide? Or what the fuck? Or did he buy my friendship at a certain point? And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And I don't want to live in that type of world. So, I don't know. I'm having the same issue right now with Caustic Dreamer, who's also donating $10 a month to me, and he keeps telling me that he feels like none of us give a fuck about him. Like, none of us like him, and none of us want to be around him. But that's not necessarily true. But I did mostly start talking to him because I was trying to gain more subs. I was trying to gain more publicity, more notoriety, and he liked this kind of shit I had to say, and he donated money. And I've been trying to be good with him, to him, around him, and I haven't been trying to treat him like like somebody who I'm just using for money, because I don't think I do that. But shit, we're all more. What is it that Neither Sarkeesian said? The more you think that you're not affected, the more you are. And sadly, I think she was horribly right about that. Now, what am I doing in this place besides running around in circles? Oh, there it is. The red marker. And I'm sorry to say this, but like,
I said, well, I mean, to be honest, it's kind of more so common sense when you get down to it, but yeah, you were saying, sorry.
No, I'm pretty much, I'm just ranting to myself at this point.
Before we begin, there's something we are not your enemies.
2B, we can't trust anything the
Look,
machine says.
a lot of these people have taken an idea of having a unified skeptic, anti-SJW, whatever the fuck, and turned it into their own brand, like Skeptic TM, for example. We've all been joking about that.
Look around for yourself.
Chris,
You'll see that it's true.
and they've taken it in some weird direction where it's not about discussion anymore. Like, I can applaud Sargon for even trying with his liberalist movement. I like that he did it. I don't like when he did it, because that's kind of what me and Varen were working on at the time. Not publicly, so it doesn't matter. Not saying it was my idea. He couldn't have stolen it. It was a private idea. And we've been working on a positive identity structure. So it's something to actually believe in, as opposed to be skeptical about. Being skeptical about stuff doesn't... it's not a unifying idea.
It was never meant to be. Like, the whole point of a lot of the skeptics channels that started out before... Because here's the thing. Steve Shives was considered a skeptics channel.
Yeah.
Before the whole Atheism Plus movement.
Hold on. I've literally gone over this like 7 times. Why do we have skeptics? Do you remember my whole thing of, like, school teaches you critical thinking. To think critically about the way things are and how they're going to be, and just continuously critically analyze everything. And what do you get when you have an entire society? All the people coming out of school are left-minded critical thinkers, because they always teach you to think critically about the status quo, about the conservative approach to what life is. And what are you going to think critically about? You can only sit around and think critically about so much, until you eventually get down to like, oh, I'm going to think critically about my gender. I'm going to think critically about my parents. I'm going to think critically about God. And God, the stepping stones are there. I can continuously talk about and point out all my friends that have lost their religion as they've grown up and went into university and were taught to think critically about everything. And instead of them realizing it's a family tradition to hold the family together, they just think of God as an oppressive regime, oppressive tool that murders millions of people across the planet, which might be the case, I guess, to a certain degree. I was a very heavily outspoken atheist, a very, very outspoken, almost militant atheist up until a couple of months ago, when I realized that I might not be going about this the wrong way, and that's still me growing. That's literally still me growing, and I would like more people to do that. Okay. Fuckwad is saying, none of this was meant to be a community. It was people complaining about what other people did, said, so people who agree with them would watch and make money. I agree and I disagree, because there's a reason that so many people fall under the category of people who supported certain people and who didn't. There's always a community that gets built around it. AIU has a community around them. Sargon has a community around them. We know for a goddamn fact the Crown T had a community around them. I was part of that community. I hung out with them. They invited me to live streams. They would hang out all the time, on and off air. He showed me his face and his real name before any of that became weirdly public. Because it was all there. I'm not saying that I was heavily in it, that I was an important member of it, but Sandre brought me in, and I was around for a while until shit started to fall apart, or apparently, as I was later informed, I started to show incredibly strong right leanings, which was very inappropriate for them, so they distanced themselves from me and literally stopped inviting me to their live streams. This is why Mycroft was around. This is roughly around the same time Mycroft freaked out and took away his monetization, his money from me, because I expressed opinions that may have been a bit too right or too out there. And they can't have that.
You leaving would be bad
but
for
there
me.
is absolutely a community. Any group of people who hang out together on a constant basis are going to be a community. A community is built up of individuals. This is my point. This is where I argue with Baron. Why is it when I'm trying to put together a positive identity structure, I continuously point out that we need what the fuck is that shit called?
Closing this channel.
Collectivism. We need collectivism. Your friends are your collective. Your family is your collective. Your city is another collective. Your town, your state, your province, your country, they're all collectives. They're all collectives that you're part of. It's a matter of how much of that collective you're part of. Clearly, the liberals have decided that they want to be part of no collective outside of the biggest collective, the collective of the world. And therefore, they're only going to support the entire idea of collectivism as a global united front. Except for the fact that fuck conservatives and white men, right?
Well, see, I would argue in other forms you can also have collectivism in terms of movements, which aims to promote an ideal. And honestly, I was going to touch up on what you were talking about earlier, about the whole skeptics, how they do actually hold to stuff. And it is true. Most of the skeptics, and it's usually not a unified point that they share in common, but each one of them do actually hold certain values that they do express in some of their videos. Most of them are actually somewhat left-leaning.
Look, no. This is why I'm specifically attacking, or at least talking shit about specific people, like Chris Ray Gunn, who has openly stated over and over again that he was a leftist. That he is a lefty, and he will always be a lefty. He just doesn't like where the left is going. Sargon is a leftist, always talking about the left, saying that he doesn't like where the left is going. Crowton T, a leftist, also always talking about how he doesn't like where the left is going. All these people are leftists. They just ended up in a community with incredibly right-wing leaning conservatives and started to influence the minds of right-leaning conservatives because it's almost like a disguise. People forget that you're a leftist once you feel like you're just allied. What is it? The enemy of my enemy is my friend? But they're not your friends. There's a reason Sargon literally names his entire movement after the left. Because he wants a new left. The progressivism only has one way to go, and that's progressivism. There's no conservatism there. I don't think they fundamentally understand why you have to be conservative to a certain degree. Which is, again, why I also have a problem with the fact that, like, Chris Ray Gunn started dating Lacey Green, and all of a sudden, no one talks shit about Lacey Green anymore. So that's one thing I would like to start doing now.
I actually was trying to make a video earlier about some of my issues I still had with her toxic masculinity video, and you know what? I can go ahead and talk about it in here, and it's quite simply, she completely misses the point. The issue with only trying to define what is toxic by masculine behavior is quite simply, you're only trying to use a gauge of what's masculine as where it can become toxic, instead of also trying to talk about where feminine traits can also reach that same level of toxicity.
Yes.
You're only recognizing one, and two, if a behavior is found to be toxic, why even recognize either? It makes sense in a scholarly setting to
Well, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. This is what I keep saying. I went through the indoctrination. It's all there. You just have to think critically, and you're always thinking critically and never thinking for yourself. The act of thinking critically isn't thinking for yourself. It's just critically analyzing everything. And she has one direction to look critically, and it's not at herself. People look outwards, not inwards. This is the problem with the fucking generation of snowflakes. This is why we call them snowflakes. Because they never look at themselves as if there's anything wrong. They only look outwardly at what's wrong with other people. Lacey Green will never look at another woman and project her own insecurities onto him. She'll say, no, that's a woman. That's probably not what's wrong. I will need to critically analyze male behavior and look at what men do wrong. Because they are the other. That's what feminism has taught you. That's what critical thinking teaches you. They don't teach you to critically think about your own actions or behaviors. And why would it? All of a sudden, people might find flaws in themselves, and if they find flaws in themselves, then maybe the age-old adage, my favorite adage about projection, finally hits it on the goddamn head with all these people. What is the age-old adage? The things that bother you about other people are the things that bother you about yourself. And if you start noticing that a lot of these people will complain about traits that they personally have, well, fuck. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to break this down. Some people are ideologues. And like I mentioned earlier today, John Oliver. He's just an ideologue. He's just sitting around critically analyzing and framing things in an incredibly leftist perspective to push the leftist point of view that the West is a garbage society that needs to be destroyed because one thing is wrong in one place somewhere for a fraction of a second. That's his entire point. It's never that everything is wrong. It's that this one thing is wrong. And if you continuously present that one thing as being wrong, as if it's the biggest deal in the entire world, people forget that that thing isn't wrong in 95% of every other interaction they've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And what's Lacey Green gonna... Huh?
So, pretty much just in the one. For the fact that he can point out, oh, this seems wrong in this one case, and give not even a full reasoned explanation, or just a half-baked one that would work regardless.
Okay, I'll give you my best example. Do you remember the cheerleading video they did?
Maybe.
Okay, so there was a video they did back in the goddamn day where he talked about the cheerleading wage gap. And he talked about how cheerleaders only get like 13 cents onto the, no, maybe not even less than 13 cents. I think it was like 3 cents on the dollar to what football players make. Think about that.
We can get into the city ruins if we move that box.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense to begin with. But they talk about how the cheerleaders have to travel with them, the cheerleaders have to do this, the cheerleaders have to do that, and the cheerleaders aren't getting paid enough. And it's a huge problem that they don't get days off. And over the long run of the entire year, the cheerleaders only get paid, what is it, on average, anywhere from $4 an hour to $3 an hour on a, just as a whole. They're like, just as a whole, the amount of time, they're only getting paid $3 an hour, and they have to pay for their own food, water, transportation, and a bunch of other shit. And people got really upset about that. And they started criticizing and just talking a lot of shit about football and the NFL and this and that, and like how how the football is full of toxic masculinity, and how it should be taken down, and the cheerleaders should get paid as much as the football players. And I fucking lost my shit. And I did the goddamn video, and I broke it all down. And the cheerleaders themselves in this own video say that the majority of the girls are doing it as part-time for college, who are also modeling on the side. And the one most important fucking quality of that entire thing was that they didn't mention that this is only a problem for one team in the entire NFL. Just the one. It was the one team. It's not a problem with any of the other ones because the money stacks up relatively well and the cheerleaders get paid. They didn't address the fact that these are contracts that these cheerleaders signed. They're not being forced to do this. This isn't slavery. But they made it seem like slavery. These poor goddamn cheerleaders, some of the most beautiful women on the planet, hopping around in skimpy outfits for thousands of dollars a year for only a couple of hours of work each game, are getting paid thousands of fucking dollars, and it's only a problem in one team, in one place, with only a select few models. And they didn't even come out, the models aren't even the ones that came forward to complain about it. It was like this minor complaint to the NFL of like, maybe we should give them a raise, because all the other cheerleaders, like how many NFL teams are there? How many in each one of them have a professional team? Now it's just the lowest paid team on the thing. And that's exactly what John Oliver does. He took something, they literally made it seem like it's the biggest problem in the world. These poor cheerleaders are suffering, freezing, and starving to death all over the goddamn world. And applied it universally across the entire thing, called it a sexist, bigoted, misogynistic sport. It said the entire franchise is a garbage franchise, all because one group of fucking people were not treated as equally as football players. And that's a left-leaning. That's a left-leaning ideology. Because later on, I've had this entire argument with people who brought this up later. And I brought up all the facts, and they went, but football is a garbage, misogynistic sport. And I said, yes, there you go. That is your ideological leaning. You just want to destroy the NFL. You just want to destroy football. You just want men to stop being able to make money by being burly-ass men, smashing into each other, being full of testosterone. That is your only goddamn problem. And that's why you like John Oliver, the effeminate fucking faggot from, from Britain. Now I'm going to delete this goddamn stream. Thanks a lot, guys.
You still don't have a heart.
I suppose that's technically
You're welcome.
Yes, well.
No, but like this is how they do it. This is what they do. They take one small fucking problem and then they apply it as if it's the world's worst thing to every aspect of that part. And they're gonna succeed. They're gonna succeed because the only thing we teach people in school these days is critical thinking. And they're going to think critically about everything. They're destroying the family values the exact same way. Think critically about family values. What the hell is wrong with Christmas? You buy people presents because of Santa Claus? And they go, no, Christian roots. It has Christian roots. Fuck Christmas. Fuck Christmas? Because of its Christian roots? Because it's literally a holiday that we celebrated in the West. And like, Christmas is a slightly more monetized version of whatever the fuck Russians celebrated on their thing. It's not really Christmas, it's just New Year's. And I don't know, I got tired of it. I can talk shit about all this stuff all I want, all day long. I know all the talking points because I made all these talking points before. I'm fighting myself at this point. This is it. This is me trying to this is me trying to redeem myself. This is my Red Dead Redemption. I now have to atone for my sins by not only spreading this shit to people when I was younger, but now I'm no longer a leftist. I'm no longer left. I am not right either. People say I'm very conservative now. People think that I'm heavily influencing Siggy when literally we're just constantly having debates and discussions on subjects, and that's just it's too much for people. It's too much. Having a discussion, a polite, decent discussion about how the world works, it's just too much. It's too much conservatism. I lost every single one of my liberal friends completely because of it. Completely. They're not willing they've literally called me a monster and Hitler and all that other garbage. And I just laughed at them. Literally, my friends that were born in Soviet Russia, in Canada, are saying we need to bring back communism and socialism because it just wasn't done right. And you're right, guys. You're right. Because here's my new catchphrase. The only way to do communism right is to not do it at all. And I think on that note, I should just end this. Here and now. And I don't mean my stream, I mean my life.
Hopefully that's not the case, because I think there are some people planning on joining us up here. But...
Up here? I got work in the morning. What up here? It's almost 11. Who are these people that were planning to join us? I've been here for 3 hours. This is the 3-hour mark right here. All of you guys are sitting around playing Warhammer 40k Tabletop Simulator or whatever the hell you're doing. I'm live streaming for my life. Just trying to talk to my audience. And I am trying to build a goddamn community. I'm not down, like, I understand that a lot of us are going to be sitting around and, like, talking shit and acting retarded. And there's going to be a lot of fucking degeneracy going on. But can we not look past that to just work together towards a better future? Well, communism succeeds at one thing, and that's mass murdering everyone. So it does have a success rate. Because at the end of the day, that's what most people do think. That its only purpose is to kill people. Which, again, leftists wouldn't be against. Because they also want to decrease the population of the goddamn planet. Remember that? Remember, guys? Too many people. Overpopulation. Communism killing people? That's the solution. It's always been the solution. Take away personal rights, personal property, personal freedoms, personal businesses. Who cares? Corporations are bad anyway, and you only need your rights to protect yourself from the collective. And what the collective wants, guys, is the truth. Because the truth is also subjective, isn't it? Just join the goddamn Borg. Join the zombie hive mind. Go, and walk around starving, mindless and brainless, completely devoid of thought and feelings. Sorry, I'm just starting to rant now.
Honestly, I'm half expecting like a full-out Alex Jones.
No, that happened earlier today, and they took the stream down. They at least they took it down in Canada. No one watches me in Canada anyway, so who cares? Who watches me anywhere?
I mean, Geg might, but
no, now Geg can't. Now Geg can't even come watch me because. It's okay. The what do you call it? The Twitch version's still up, so still got time for the next month or so to watch me rant like a maniac before I just give up. Oh God, damn! Okay. Yeah, I think I've had enough yelling for one day. I probably should go prep for work and shit.
Alright.
Wait, is Gek talking to me in
Nah, she's kind of chatting in the Discord server. I got ahead and let her in here because I had her watch like the one where Siggy was going through her psych notes.
The Zimbardo one, Philip Zimbardo, the best one so far. Where I went full MRM, full guys. How'd you like that one? Did you finally finish it?
The Zimbardo one?
Yeah.
I think I did.
The one with the
I was
notes.
talking about showing her your gaming streams.
Oh, the psychology studying gaming stream. Okay.
Yeah.
nothing as fun happens as that one. Siggy was actually surprised at how much you guys enjoyed going through her school notes on a gaming stream. I don't know how many other people watched, but
I don't know why she'd be surprised with us, but I guess with most people too, like Zero was like, oh no, that sounds boring. But personally, I've always had like an interest when it came to understanding religion and psychology.
okay. I guess that's enough. I'm gonna go take this video down from Twitch before they completely take away my ability to monetize. Where's the thing? I'll blow her up before I go. Where is it?
Am I gonna see a self-destruct? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Settings. Self-destruct on. Wait, they said hold B, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, that's not. No. Oh wait, it's. No. This one? No. Huh. Oh, it's not working. It's not working. Yeah, who knew? Guys, if anyone remembers how to self-destruct, let me know. Because I don't remember how to do it. Oh, there it is. And on that note,